Hey, it's Lucy. Thanks for joining me again in the bindery for a quick flick through of one of the journals that's up in my Etsy shop. As you can see, it's quite dinky. It comes in its own little drawstring carrying bag, inside which are the journal itself and a handmade envelope with all sorts of goodies and bits and pieces that have been left over from making the journal. It'll get you going with your decorating, and there's also a surprise gift which whoever buys it will get to see. So this is made out of a vintage book, a 1945 edition of that gripping publication, the Practical Electrician's Pocket Book, which once belonged to an I Mason. So it's about 5.5 by 4 with a 1.5 inch curved spine, and all the original cover has been kept. It's tied with a simple bit of sari silk that goes through eyelets in the front and the back, and it's been sewn with a concealed spine binding. So it's a simple pamphlet stitch, as most of my journals are, but it's not showing on the outside, and it's been sewn onto some of the cloth that is used to make the bag. So it's 5 signatures. They've each got 10 pages equals 20 sides, so that means there's 100 sides in total for you to work on. And it's another one, as you can see, it's another one from my extremely subtle collection, but it's just glorious. There's so many, there's such richness of colours and textures and things, so it will appeal to the person that it appeals to, if you know what I mean. So there are all sorts of things, embellishments. There are pockets made out of bags, as in this first one. There's a bit in there of a page from the original book. There are lots of writing spots sewn in and lots of machine embroidery. So we've got some hand marbled paper and some of my usual paper from Nina at Dreams and Memories, the eco dyed. And the palette is blues, oranges, reds. It's really rich. That was actually, I think I might have dyed that with some Brusho ink. Anyway, lots of use of sari embellishments. There's some hand-painted papers, and there are some vintage stamps as well. And the binding's been done with some red linen waxed book binding thread. There's some metallic stitching as well as the plain stuff. Got some vintage wallpaper, some nice high quality Archer and Olive dot grid, vintage book pages. This is actually a bag from a train that I went on in Canada. I'll leave you to imagine what it was for, but it was rather a nice colour, and what can't be blinged up with some sari silk and a bit of ric-rac. So that's signature one. We've got some scrapbook card as well, and a pocket there with another bit of the original book. More embellishment on the foredge, lots of sari silk and sari bling and material. We've got some lovely hand marbled paper and some vintage wallpaper and lace. That's a tuck spot in there. Lots of writing spots created, so although it looks busy, there's actually quite a lot of space on the pages themselves. That is a bit from some ledger or a planner. That's a bit of handmade paste paper that I made myself about 1,000 years ago. It's the very last piece of that, and I've made it into a pocket with some Japanese note paper. So lots of little bits of bling and texture. Chocolate wrapper, those who know will know. Bit of plain chant music paper. Some more vintage ledger, some more tabs. Some more scrapbook card. There's a couple of words sewn in here and there to get you going with your journaling. More chocolate paper, enough said. That's vintage wallpaper, and this is some beautiful hand marbled paper. More vintage ledger. More chocolate paper. It was the right colour, honest. Bit of a fold out. Oh, there's a nice rustly bit of what do you call it? It's a bad news envelope, you know, one of those envelopes that contains things that you're not interested in. Just got another piece from the original book in it. This is some lovely bookbinding paper which I've been hoarding for ages and managing to use. Some vintage wallpaper. The other side of that scrunchy envelope, which is also a pocket, top loader this time. Some more bling, some gorgeous material, and there we it. There we it. You know what I mean. There we have it. The journal is called Electricity, and it's available in my Etsy shop. Now, thanks very much. Bye for now.